Good morning students. Today we are starting the chapter Gender Issues, Economic Aspects. In our previous chapter we have discussed about gender inequality. In this chapter we will discuss about the economic aspect of gender inequality. What prompted women to come out of their homes and take up various professions, and why is women labor is invisible. So let's start the chapter. Women work dawn to dusk, but still their work is unrecognized by the society. Why is it so? Because they are not getting or they are not earning money for their work. Let's study these things in detail. If we talk about our society, women and men had certain defined roles to play. Women are being expected to cook, clean, prepare food, wash clothes and other traditional work. But instead of working so hard, why their work is not recognized? Why it is not recognized? Because it is not remunerated, or we can say that they are not being paid for their work. This kind of work is considered necessary for the survival, but as it results in no income for the worker, it is not included in the calculation of the national income of any country. And according to the economics that define work as any type of physical and mental activity undertaken in anticipation of economic returns. What it is said that if until unless you are not getting any economic return from the work, it will not be included in the terms of work. So, women household work remain invisible as it is ignored in estimating. Changing time. Industrial revolution in Europe changed the gender roles, which had stereotyped men as breadwinners and women as homemakers. Now, the women also started working in factories and they realized their economic worth and the ability to become the earning members of their family. Now, why women came out to work? So let's see the reasons for this. Due to the poverty. The second reason, they should be benefited from their education and training. Third, they want to be economically independent. And for a better standard of living, they started thinking that if both the members of the family will earn, they will have a better standard of living. Now, women workforce in India. In India, it is divided into informal sector and the formal sector. Now, let's talk about informal sector. What is informal sector? Economic activities that are not taxed by the government comprises the informal sector. In the informal sector, women work as agriculture labor, basket weavers, and domestic servants or hawkers and vendors. And in informal sectors, most of the jobs are unskilled and poorly paid. What are the disadvantages of working in informal sector? They do not have any job security. They do not get any benefits such as paid leaves and medical insurance. They face discrimination in terms of gender. They get negatively affected by the introduction of new technology and machines. For example, in Odisha irrigated its field through a bucket system and employed women for these manual duties. When a mechanized irrigation system was set up, these women lost their job because these women were not trained to work on that mechanized irrigation system. Right. Now let's talk about formal sector. What is formal sector? Formal sector consists of offices, schools, hospitals, banks and BPOs. Now let's talk about the disadvantage of formal sector. Our first disadvantage is professional discrimination. Many women feel that they have to work harder to receive the same benefit as men, and they are often being deprived of promotion and growth opportunities at their workplace. So this is professional discrimination. Now, denied the right to equal pay. Many women are denied the right to equal pay and are underpaid as compared to their male colleagues. They are not getting same payment as their male colleagues are getting. Now, third, stress due to demand of the multiple roles. Now, women are expected to perform multiple roles. They are working at their home also, they are taking care of their child, and they are earning also. So, because of this, because of these multiple roles, they are being stressed. Now, not financially independent. Now, why they are not called financially independent? They are earning, but why they are not financially independent? Because many times women have to seek their husband's permission when they want to purchase something for themselves, and many of them are not allowed to take decisions even in case of important investments. So they cannot be called financially independent. Now, there are some advantages of working in formal sector. So let's start. Medical facilities such as sick leave, maternity benefits, hospitalization, and they also get national and religious holidays as paid holidays. Now let's see the role of the government. Now, it is the duty of the government to see that women are treated equally in professional field. Equal Remuneration Act 1976 was passed to prohibit discrimination on the basis of gender in matter of wage fixing, transfers, training and promotion. Women are also given special benefits such as maternity leaves at childbirth, which is paid leave for a period ranging from 3 to 6 months. Times are changing. Women working condition is improved in India. Now, women are working at the same level of their male colleagues. However, the attitude of the society towards women in general should also be improved. Women should get equal work opportunities with due respect. Then only our society will be called as a civilized society. Students, now it's time for some brainstorming exercise. So let's start. What is an informal sector job? What is an Equal Remuneration Act 1976? What are the disadvantages of working in formal sector? So students, give me the answers of these questions in the comment section below. So students, that's all with this chapter. Thank you and have a good day.